Hello, thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Today we're going to give you a one question uh, reading. I'm mostly drawn for your reading to do tarot cards because it's more specific for me, if anything. And also, I'm also in the mood to just kind of hold the crystal ball and just scrying a little bit through my third eye. So that's what I'm going to do. So basically, this will be like a scrying tarot one question reading. I know this is a tea leaf reading, but to be honest, I actually don't have any tea leaves, and I I can do it if anything without it. But I'm for if anything, like I always do in my tea leaf readings, I include the cards. I'm going to use the cards. I'm going to channel and just pray and tune into your name and your question. So your name and info will be confidential. This is a one question video. Let me see here. I'm going to look for your question, hon. I have a picture here that you gave me, which is going to be helpful as well. Okay, so I'm going to pray really quickly. Let's clear out the energy. All right. Okay, so let's pray really quickly. I'm going to hold my clear quartz for this so I could get charged up a little bit. Alright, have your name in my head. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth that is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. I ask spirit guides and angels of the person I am focused on to reveal to her now what she needs to know in this present time. I ask spirit guides of mine as well to help me interpret the information to her in the best of my abilities, and that the information that comes through may come through as accurate, specific, and detailed as possible. I am now also open to the spirit world or any spirit guides or any discarnate beings that would like to bring any healing, guiding messages to her. Anything of negative vibration or negative energy is not welcomed in this reading, as I ask to receive information from God's higher purpose, God's higher intention. Thank you. Alright, so I'm just kind of gonna just hold the crystal ball here. I have your name, and this is my way of as well channeling when I don't have like the tea leaves or the teacup right now. So we're going to start shuffling cards. I'm going to read your question again and look at the picture here. And I was a little bit disappointed I spoke about it to my friend who said that at the time he didn't know. This thing happened the first night I met him, and that's why I have decided to carry on. I've taken into consideration your advice. Like, this time I want you to see if this feeling for me are genuine, this relationship. Okay, so based upon the picture that you sent me, I'm going to just close my eyes for this. Definitely, you guys have a deep love connection. It definitely has to do with the past life. I'm not sure if I've told you this before, but there's very much a strong past life connection. Also, there's something about either his guides and your guides, because as I look at the picture, I could see his guides kind of like hovering above him, and it seems like I don't know what kind of religion he has or what kind of if he believes in any spiritual practice, but it's a weird feeling that I feel like he called upon you. Like he spiritually called upon you, called upon someone to love, someone to come in his life, and you did. You were that person, okay? So there's a lot of um spiritual planning that came into place with this, and his guides had a lot to do with it. Um, and his guides worked with him on this to find you, to bring you. Okay, so I definitely feel like this was very much planned out I know for you it was unexpected, if anything, but like on a spiritual aspect, it was very, very much planned out. Now I'm gonna just tune into his name. Um, I feel like in the energy I'm getting from him right now, I feel like he's very determined. I feel like he wants what he wants and he wants to get what he wants when he can. Okay? So I definitely feel like he feels like he's determined with you. I feel like he feels like he already knows that he has your love and he has your whole part into the relationship, so he's not afraid on that aspect. Okay, he's not afraid on that aspect. There's something about with him that's very, very important. As I tune into his energy, money is very important to him. I mean, it's not always a bad thing, you know. um, but I just feel like money's really important to him, and business and making money. And so I'm not gonna say his ego, but it's more of just like I there's a lot of information, a lot of energy coming through that he's really good with wanting to make money, business. That's very, very, very important to him. So the fact that you got him that job, like you told me, is like a bonus point for him. It's like very, very important to him because, like I said, that's something he's very much focused on, and he really cares about money. He really does care about money, okay? Some people don't, some people do. He does, okay? He loves business. He loves the concept of having more, chasing more. There's like a chasing energy he has that I'm picking up, chasing, wanting more, wanting more, wanting more, wanting more, chasing, chasing. It's like kind of like a thing where it never stops. He's going to always be like that until he gets old, okay? Very driven, very motivated, very ambitious person, okay? But there's definitely this sweet, charming side to him that can be romantic, that can want to give everything he can to somebody. And that's what I'm picking up with him, that he wants to give you the world. He wants to just make you happy, especially money wise. There's something materialistic wise coming through for him. Like material is very important to him. Having good things, looking good, um, when you have good things, you have a big house, or when you have those things, it shows that you work hard for what you got. And, what is that word? Material is very important to him. Okay. That's something that I'm picking up as well as I'm looking at your picture with him. Okay. I'm going to zoom in here. I'm sorry. I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to try to zoom in here. Now, as I tune into his energy, you're asking me if his feelings are genuine for you. I'm going to look back to see what else you wrote. Alright, so I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like sugarcoating things. I don't like saying what you want to hear. It's more of what you need to hear. Okay? I feel like he wants to give you the world. Okay? I do feel that. Now, there's a difference between loving somebody and wanting to give them the world. Okay? I feel like he cares about you. I feel like he genuinely appreciates you. I do feel like he knows that you've done a lot for him, so he's kind of trying to give back in return what you've done for him. Okay, but there's something that's a little off. I don't like saying, oh, he's not in love with you. I don't like saying that. But there's something a little off in the sense I do feel like it's just, I don't feel like he's so in love with you. I don't feel like he's in love with you. I feel like he appreciates you. I feel like he cares about you. He thinks you're gorgeous. You guys have this sexual attraction. There's a chemistry. But I don't feel like he is in love with you. Okay? It's not because he doesn't want to. I do feel like it's hard for him to really, really, really fall in love with a person to that extent, to really, really love a person. Okay? Because I do feel like he's been hurt a lot. He's had a lot of trust issues with other partners that he's been with. So like either people have cheated on him or you can't trust them, things like that. So there's something about that There's something a little off where I just feel like he cares about you and he appreciates you and he thinks you're beautiful and he appreciates your presence, okay? But I don't get that feeling that he's in love with you like how you are with him, okay? I feel like it's a little bit more emotional for you, okay? And it's not a bad thing, but I'm just saying it's a kind of thing where you got to be careful sometimes. And I know he really wants to come over here. And the one thing that's on his mind is money. That's something I really want you to be careful with. Money is very important to him. Material, business, succeeding, that's very much on his mind a lot of the times. And I just want you to be careful with that. Doesn't mean he's a bad person. Doesn't mean he doesn't care about you. He cares about you. But I don't feel like your love is what's driving him to want to go over there. There's two different things, you know. Somebody could be, what's driving him to go over there can be love, him wanting to be with you, spending the rest of his life with you. You know, that's a part of it. He cares about you. But what's driving him over there more is money. That's coming through for me very strongly. Business and all these things, you know. I don't feel like, I'm sorry, but I don't feel like that you're number one in his mind when it comes down to, if I go over there, oh, making money is going to be like my top priority. That's what I want. I want a good life and I want, okay? So I feel like he feels like you're a great girl and all these things, and there's a connection. He likes you. He appreciates you, cares about you. So I just want you to be careful. Doesn't mean he's a bad person, but some people have different intentions and motives, you know. At the moment, they won't tell you because they do feel connection with you, but that doesn't mean they don't care about you. It just means that for me, that love that you think is not really what's driving him to want to go live out of the country. It's money and it's business and it's he wants to make something out of himself. Definitely, definitely. And I just want you to be careful with that. But I feel like he's a charming person. So your question is if his feelings are genuine for you. I feel like he cares about you. I feel like he appreciates you, but I don't feel like he's in love with you like to that. I don't feel like he's in love with you. I don't feel like he's in love with you, like how you're in love with him. So that's something you got to be careful with. I don't feel like you're his top priority in his head, which is, I mean, I was in a long distance relationship. I don't know. I think I told you, and for us, it was always top priority for us for me was him, and for him was me. You know, that's not his top priority, and you got to be careful with that because that means you never know. In a moment, if you bring him over there, he just stops. He just is with you sometimes, and he forgets about you. You know what I mean? You guys just got to be careful with that because I just don't energetically. He's very much into this material and looking good and life and and he's feeling that. He's tasting it. I feel like he's tasting it. It feels like he's close to it and he wants it, you know? And he's very desperate for it and he wants it badly, you know? I don't know if it's not just for him or his family or just that feeling, you know? Like, I succeeded. I'm doing this now. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. So just be careful with that. I would say just pray to your angels, pray to your guides, ask for clarity, okay? I'm honestly, based upon the picture, that's what I'm feeling, and I don't want to sugarcoat things, you know? So I don't feel like I feel like his feelings are genuine to a certain extent, but not to the extent that you believe. Not to the extent of how you feel. So you got to be careful. And I know it's very hard and you don't want to get hurt. So I would just play it by ear. Play it by ear. And play it by ear, hun, and see, you know, and see. And maybe at some point you could ask him more questions about maybe how would our future look together? What are you planning for our future? What do you want with our future? Don't talk about jobs with him. Don't talk about money with him. Don't talk about things like that. More of like, you want to hear from him what he wants with you in the future because that's his plan, right? He wants to go over there to be with you. So you want to hear from him. You want to ask him the question to see what's going on really in his head. Is he really caring about money? Is he really caring about only like business and that? Or is he really caring about, okay, I want a life with her. I'm going to try to plan a life with her while I'm over there. Her. So that's something you really got to analyze and observe. So I would say really to really see, wait and see. Okay. I'm going to pull out 3 cards for you here. Just going to see here. Okay. Interesting. But his guides, there's something spiritual about him because I really feel like he called upon you. It's like you came, like he called upon something. I don't know what religion he does or what he practices, but he called upon something, energetically. And you were kind of there, Okay, so let's begin this. I'm going to shuffle the cards here. He's a very smart guy. You gotta be careful because he can manipulate good. Not in a bad way, but he knows how to talk well. He knows how to really knock you off your feet. Sweet talker. You gotta be careful with that because those kind of people sometimes know how to change a situation, fix the situation, change it up. So just be careful with people like that. With him, I'm sorry. Be careful with him like that. It's always a good thing, but then it always could be a bad thing, He knows how to probably like lighten the mood when something's like a little off, or he knows how to make something seem what it's not. I feel like he's good. He's good with those things. He's very smart. He could probably be a lawyer. So that's what I'm picking up. He could probably be a lawyer. That's what I'm saying. He would be good with business and stuff. I don't know if it's not more of a lying, but he just knows how to act sometimes. So be careful with that. Ooh, your card just flew out for you. Okay. So basically, I think I brought this card for you once. It just means like you have the control over the situation. You're not powerless over the situation. Like you've said before, you've gone through things in the past where it's hurt you many times in relationships. So you have control over this. You have power over this. Don't feel powerless over this. Don't feel like you have no options. You have no choices, okay? You're not powerless over this. You can make that decision to really see and observe, like I said, and see what he says about it and what he wants out of the future with you. So you're not powerless over this. You have power over this, okay? I'm going to pull out another card. Oh my goodness, these cards are just flying out for you, which is usually a good thing, which is a lot of power cards. This means the same exact thing, which is very interesting. The only difference between the other one and this is that this can be also with career-wise. I know you told me about that project and you're wondering if it's going to be okay. It can also mean you're not powerless over it. There's still a possibility that it can get better. Okay, your life can get better, your career can get better, everything could get better. And then this is more in regards to power as well, just power itself. Like I said, you still have power and over decisions and the choices you make, okay? And then the card that just flew out, which is interesting, it's Lovers, which has to do with a relationship. It has to do with two people, choices, choices to make. This is what it focuses on, choices in a relationship. And it's interesting because these came together with this, which this is that you're not powerless over the choices. You're not powerless over the choices you make in this relationship. You're not powerless. You have power, okay? And also, you're not powerless over the choices you make with your job, with your career, okay? I do feel like it's going to get better. So if you've been thinking negative about it, or if it's been hard, or it's just been like up in the air, I feel like it's going to get better career-wise as well. Okay, so this is really, really cool that these two cards came out and kind of flew out. Okay, there is goodness to this because it does seem like you guys have a huge connection. When the Lovers come out, it just means there's a big connection. Okay, but really pay attention to those choices, and observe, okay, and know that you have power over those choices. Analyze the choices, like I said, wait and see. See what you get out of him more, try not to do so much for him. See what he does for you. See what he says, for you about your future. You could even ask him those questions. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? You know, where do you see us standing once you're over here? What do you want what do you want to do? Yeah, try not to don't talk about business with him and don't talk about money with him. I would say that's the most very important thing, okay? Because sometimes when somebody feels like you're always doing something for them or you're helping them a lot, especially money wise, the love part out of it can sometimes, um, you know, um, get taken out of it, or I can't explain it. It just becomes now business transactions. It just starts becoming now like, okay, you're doing this for me. I'm going to show her love to show that I appreciate her. Okay, you know what I mean? So just be careful with that. Okay? You want to show that we're lovers too. I'm not going to be just helping you money wise or helping you success wise. Okay? Um, so just be careful with that. Try to see what he does for you more and try to ask him what he would do for you once he's over there with you and once he goes out of the country with you. All right, so that is what I'm picking up, hun. I'm going to leave you with that. I feel like Spirit was very, how do I say it, just straightforward and wants you to know that it's okay to feel the way you're feeling, especially if you have emotions for this person, but just have your guards up a little bit and, try to not allow the illusion to take over you, okay? The concept, the illusion, okay? And really try to see that other perspective, like I said. So I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you so much for allowing me to give you this reading. I'm here if you ever need me. I feel like you will find your way. And I do feel like he's a good guy still, but sometimes something can drive you more than the other, not because you're doing it on purpose, but that's just the kind of personality he has. But you need to get it clear out of him. Hey, I've been hurt in the past, and I really want to feel like this is for real, like this is the real deal. Okay, so you got to get that clear to him. Okay, and he needs to show it to you. He really needs to show it to you. All right, so I'm gonna leave you with that. Lots of love, hun. Many blessings. Cheers. Bye now.